Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about all the internet Jedis, all the internet super strongmen, all the internet super freaks out there who get on the World Wide Web and talk about how much they squat, bench, or deadlift. I want to address this issue because it can make a lot of you guys feel weak, feel like your progress stinks when you read about these numbers over and over again. I want to give you a little insight from what I found traveling around this past year and a half to commercial gyms all across the United States. I want to talk about this topic. So guys, before I get into this topic, I want to encourage you to please check out my new book called Massive Iron. You can find a link below. If you are not satisfied with your results, Massive Iron will help you get on track. It'll help you maximize every set, workout, maximize your progress using any workout system, anything off the internet or web, or my training system. So please check it out if you're not satisfied with your results. So, when I go on the web, I read about all these guys that are benching 300, 320, 350, even more. I read about all these guys that are squatting 350, 400, 450, even up to 500 pounds. I read about all these, guys who are deadlifting 400, 500, 450, 550 pounds. I read about all this stuff on the web, on Facebook, on forums, on all this kind of stuff. I just hear about all these numbers, and I'm sure you do too. And sometimes you probably think, what am I doing wrong? How come I can't keep up with these guys? How come I can't, attain the strength levels these guys are attaining? Well, I want to give you a little bit of a secret, okay? And this might sound like a generalization, but it's not meant as a generalization. But during the past almost year and a half now, I've been traveling around from Wisconsin to Louisiana to South Carolina. I've been all over the country, during the past 20 years, New York, North Carolina, West. I've been to commercial gyms everywhere. Even down New Mexico, places like that, California. I've been to commercial gyms all across the United States, but I've been to quite a few different ones, especially in the past year and a half. And here's something I want you to remember. During this period of time, this last year and a half, all these gyms I've been to, I've maybe seen one guy bench with 3 plates on the bench press. I've seen no guys squat with 4 plates on each side in a commercial gym. And I've seen one guy during that time deadlift with 495 pounds and his form was crap. So let me repeat that. All these workouts I've done, these hundreds and hundreds of hours at gyms all across the United States, from Wisconsin to New Orleans to South Carolina and North Carolina, every point in between, all these places that I've stopped during my travels, all this time invested in gyms, YMCAs and Gold's gyms and, commercial gyms and so on and so forth. Outside of the powerlifting gyms, in the commercial gym realm, I've seen one guy bench press with 315 pounds or more. I've seen nobody squat, that I can remember, squat with 4 plates on each side. And I've seen one guy deadlift with 495 pounds. So, I'm not trying to draw some big conclusion, but I'm just trying to tell you, these types of lifts are extremely rare. Everybody on the internet seems to bench press over 300 pounds. Everybody on the internet seems to squat with over 350 and 400 pounds. Everybody on the internet seems to deadlift with over 450, 500 pounds. But when you go to commercial gyms, this stuff is rare. This stuff is extremely rare. It's so rare, I hardly ever see it. It's so rare when I do see it, I just about have a heart attack because I found a lifter who A, actually uses barbell lifts, and B, actually took time to study form, and C, actually took time to progress. So, my point here isn't to put down people, not to imply whatever is happening on the internet. You just need to understand that you are a lot stronger than you think you are. You are making better progress than you think you are. If you are using these heavy barbell exercises, barbell squats and deadlifts and bench and military overhead press, you're on the right track. If you are working on form on these exercises, you are on the right track. If you are trying to progress using good form on these exercises, you are on the right track. So if you're using these exercises, you're working on form and you're trying to progress, you're ahead of 99% of the guys in the gym. So don't get discouraged. Don't obsess about your strength levels. Don't fall into this pit, this belief that everybody at commercial gyms everywhere outside of your little local city is running into these gyms and just hammering out these massive lifts because you know what? It doesn't exist. That's a fairy tale. I've been there. It's extremely rare to see anybody actually move that kind of iron outside of a powerlifting gym. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. That would be a stupid thing for me to say. It does happen, but it's extremely rare. So stop getting discouraged. If you feel discouraged because you're not as strong as you think you should be because of all the stuff you hear on the internet, you got to remember those guys are the top 1%. Those guys are the top 1%. The other 99% of the guys in gyms, or maybe 95% of the guys in gyms, are relying on the Smith machine, and they're doing 20-pound concentration curls, and they're doing all kinds of nonsense. They're doing all kinds of nonsense. So stop feeling discouraged. Keep focusing on these compound movements. Keep focusing on improving form and keep focusing on progressing. Get your diet in check and just keep this focus, this singular focus, and keep pushing and stay persistent. And I guarantee you will wake up one day bigger and stronger than these guys. So guys, I hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, you can find a Q&A below. Come on over to my Q&A, ask your questions. I answered them all. If you've made it this far into this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, guys, please do. I would appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.